You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop on the road of life. You can't stop. You can't stop moving. Keep move. Keep that pace. You switching to gear. Let's go as we climb up the hill. Don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working. It's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady. Don't watch the clock go round, cycle.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. Today's topic is you don't have to see tangible things to know you are progressing. Listen up. I'll be back. This is ADionne.
We are learning, always turning. Later, cannot stop the time. Always merging into lanes that better suit us as we ride. Switch it up. Switching to gear, let's go. As we climb up the hill, don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working, it's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady, don't watch the clock go round, cycle.
As I said, this is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from the world, from yourself, from some real bullshit. And you are listening to Chronicles-of-Livin-podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know us extraordinary folk doing the damn thing the best way we can. And I just decided to start giving y'all the topic at the top so y'all can kind of know what it's heading for. And if you decide that the topic is not for you, then okay, that's fine. But nevertheless, the topic of the day again is you don't have to, or you don't need to see tangible things to know you are progressing. So if you've been following the show, and I hope that sometimes you can see, the calendar when I change up the days, because yeah, of course, yesterday was my day, but I'm noticing that a lot of people come and listen to the show on Mondays or download on Mondays. So I figure, okay, instead of just canceling or postponing till next Sunday, let me just make it Monday. I had a busy weekend, y'all. I had my grandbabies and my cousins were over. It was so many people in my place. So many kids running around. And if you hear my voice, it's a little raspy because I'm still tired. I'm not going to lie. I had some running around to do today. And, had a long weekend. But it was a fun weekend all around the board. I really enjoyed the kids. I enjoyed myself. I had an awesome weekend. I really did. So this topic came about. I actually had it written down in my phone. So y'all know every now and then I try to, or I work hard at, if a topic comes to mind, I'll put it in my notes and then look at them before each show and see if I'm feeling any of them. And this topic, I kind of had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and they were saying something about something that they wanted to buy that was pretty expensive. And while I believe that, yes, in life, we work hard, we play hard, and so therefore, when it's time to reward ourselves, we should definitely reward ourselves with the things that we love the most. The thing is, I grew up in a neighborhood that tangible things meant a lot, meant that you were really doing it. Rather, it was jewelry, cars, just things that are physically, where you can just touch it, where you can see it in your vision. That's what the meaning of tangible is. And therefore, because this person might have had more jewelry or the latest sneakers or the latest name brand, whatever, pocketbook, that meant that they had a lot, or that maybe they were really doing a damn thing. But in a lot of cases, that is not what it's really about. Some cases it's really not like that. Shoot, I've had my share of luxury cars and things of that nature, but I wasn't always doing a damn thing. Sometimes things happened in between where, life fluctuated for me. So I just decided that I wanted to talk about this topic because I want everyone out there to know that when you go out to buy things, and just know that it's for you. And it's not for show. It's not for, you proving yourself to people or anything of that nature. Because at the end of the day, you are the one that's going to be out of the money. And therefore, that's why you need to make sure and double check with yourself that the things that you are working hard for are really for you. It can be just a like. It can be beneficial. Hopefully it's more beneficial than just this whole big desire. Because we all have a lot of desires in life, but sometimes those desires can get us caught up. Trust me, I know from experience. So this is why I can talk to y'all like this, When I think about some of the things that I worked hard for and I went out and brought, when I look back, I'm like, you know what? I really didn't need that. And I think maybe it comes with age. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. And then now it's harder because you have social media. And we didn't have social media when I was growing up, when I was a teenager, and even when I was in my 20s. I think social media came around probably in my 30s, maybe my early 30s, or it could have been probably the last year of my 20s. So we didn't grow up with all of that in our face online on top of what we saw in the schools. Because when you went to school, of course, you had to have the latest sneakers and the latest, pair of name brand jeans and things of that nature. And so now you have these moms or these parents bringing up their kids and buying them these expensive things, and not thinking that when they get older, they're going to want the same things. And if they're not in position that they have the cash flow to buy these things, something is going to change. Rather it be their attitude, rather it be their character, because if this is what they're used to, and there's no line as to the parents saying to you, I'm buying this for you because I want you to have it. I believe that you deserve it because you worked hard in school. There's no line. It's just some parents are just buying their kids $200 sneakers without just telling them, like, listen, this is not a normal thing. And these $200 sneakers is really a household financial commitment, or it could be something that had to do with a car note or anything. This is the amount of money that you might have to pay on a financial commitment in the real world. So just know when you get out of school that this is something that maybe you might want to reward yourself, but not be consistent on buying for yourself unless you are making 4 times the average amount of annual income, and even then, you think about it, a lot of people, they make more money, and this is what I've seen when I used to do mortgage, and this is why I'm having this conversation. When I was a loan officer, people would come to me to buy a house, and they would be spent out already. And what I mean by that is that they would think because they pay their credit card bills on time, that everything is good. But what people don't realize is a debt to ratio situation. When you're buying a house or when you're buying a car, they want to see just how much income that you're bringing in on a monthly basis. And then they're going to take that, and most of the time they're going to say, okay, 30% needs to go to your living. Sometimes they'll go 40% needs to go to your living expense. And then the other percentage can go on whatever else. So when they're looking at your credit report and they're looking at how much you paying out every month on different things. It could be student loan, car note, credit cards, just anything that is, as we would call, revolving credit. And revolving credit is something that has to be paid every month. Now, I'm not talking about your cell phone bill, your electric, your water. That is what we would call alternate credit, which sometimes some lenders allow you to use if you don't have any other credit. So now you still got to take all that in consideration as well. And add all of that up, and it's like, okay, how much do you have left? So now that 30% might have been your going out money. That might have been your entertainment money, your family fund money. And now you looking at that part as to going in to buy this big house or to buy this luxury car. And then you get that house or that car, and now you have no extra money to live, to really live life. So this is where I'm getting at, as far as you don't need the tangible things to know that you're progressing in life. As we grow, as we go along the way, your progression comes with your growth. So like the things that you were doing in your teens and your 20s, and now you're in your 30s or your 40s, if you can look back and say, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore. If it was something that wasn't as beneficial to you, to your life, or to your loved ones, and all of a sudden now you're not doing it anymore. That's progression. But it's not a tangible thing, but it's a inward growth. And that's more important than the tangible. See, a lot of people think when you are starting a business or, going after your dreams and your visions, that you have to have money to show for it. You have to have tangible things to show for it. But if you are always going after what God has put on your heart to do, to go after your talents and your gifts, and you're doing it with a genuine heart, and most of all, if that talent or that gift is benefiting somebody else, that is more important than an actual tangible thing that can be seen. So, perfect example. Years and years ago, when I ran my record label, I had a lot of people involved in that label. And still to today, every now and then they'll call me and we'll reminisce, and then they'll start sharing what the record label did for them. Some of them, went on to learn a whole new skill that they wind up using today. Some of them learned marketing, advertisement, administration, and some of them went on to school and realized that, this is a passion of mine. I really want to pursue this further. And now they're making money in those fields, all because they joined in a dream that God put on my heart to do. Now, why there's no tangible money to show for that dream, yes, there is a tangible, I do have the vinyl record and cassette tapes and posters still. I have some of those, put up. That's something to show. But what's more important is the things that we get out of the time that we chase after our dreams, our visions, and our goals. How we sharpen different skills that we didn't have before we were chasing after this dream, vision, or goal. Me running a record label taught me so many different aspects as far as advertising, negotiating, sales, and things of that nature, and marketing. And therefore, when I went into the mortgage business, I was on point. I caught on very fast because all I did was transfer the skills that I gained from running a record label into the financial institute, So now I just shift the way I market, and I did my advertisement and the way I was able to communicate with people, because running a record label, you had to communicate with people. You had to sell yourself. So with mortgage and even with insurance, me doing life and annuities, insurance, I have to sell myself. So as an artist, when I was in the music world, I had to sell myself as well. So this is what I mean about, it's not always about the tangible. It's about what you get out of a thing that can help you in the future. So many things that I can look back on as far as the dreams and the visions that I started, but had to stop, rather be because my financial situation wasn't stable enough or wasn't consistent enough to be able to pursue the dream or the vision and take care of my regular household financial commitments as well. So, but when you think about it, it's just like when my son decided to write. He wanted to, he said he wanted to write. He wanted to create a book. When different friends of mine wanted to write a book, it was easy for me because, again, I went right back to my experience to running a record label. And even though it wasn't a book, it still was a product that needed to reach a fan base. So I was able to take some of the things in a mindset that I had over there and transfer it over to my son's book, to a few other people that I helped out with their books, and put together a product that people would want to buy, And this is what we have to look at in life when you're going after a dream, a vision, a goal. Is it something that will benefit you in the long run, whether you make money from it or not? This podcast show is not really making me much money right now. It's making me money, but it's not making me like, I'm not like just where I could just do this yet, but it will get to that point, and I know exactly what I need to do to get it to that point. But what I have learned, again, from my past, pursuing my past dreams and goals and visions, is that sometimes you have to slow down and just do things and just let it flow, And do it in a way where you know that, okay, I like this. Make sure it's something that you like. And if you're doing something that you like, it's not work. So therefore, when the money start really flowing, it's like, wow, this is not hard. I love doing this. So I just want to do it more and more and more. And then you're getting more and more money. Now, that all makes sense, This is what I've learned through all the things that I have pursued in life. Because before, I was focused on the money. I was focused on the tangible. I need to see something from this. I need to see some money from this. But a lot of it was because I had something to prove to other people. Because I'm such a dreamer and I've won after so many things, I was thinking like, okay, everybody know who I am. Well, most people, they know that if I got something on my heart, I'm going to pursue it. But I want them to see that I can make money from this, or, that things are going to be bigger from this or whatever. It was all about, my focus was all on everybody else instead of on the dream and the vision. Now, yes, I've included people and my focus was on them as far as whoever helped out. But I mean, the outcome, it was more so, I want everybody to know that this is something big and this is something that's going to bring a lot of money, instead of saying, this is something that I really like to do. This is something that makes me happy while I'm doing it. And it's also, this podcast is also something that a lot of people are getting encouragement and inspiration from and motivation from. Is it a tangible thing? No, but it's very important. It's life-changing to many people. Me coming on here sharing my ups, my downs, my failures, my different little stories, each time it's going to hit someone in a way that's going to light up a little light bulb in their head and say, oh, yeah, I can do this. Or maybe, and they could be in the midst of doing something and maybe hear me say something about one of my failures and say, oh, I'm not going to do that, So while this show is making me happy and it's a dream of mine, it's helping people as well. And to me, that is more beneficial, that is more rewarding than money. Money, there are things that money can't buy. We always talk about money can't buy time back. And this is why it's so important to me when people give their time to me. And it's so important to me when I give my time to people. And I have a problem when people take my time for granted. You know what I mean? Because I can't get that back. You can't get it back. But yet time is not tangible, but it is one of the most important things in life, because it is what you do with your time that makes your life move in certain directions. It is who you spend your time with, what you spend your time on, all of those things that, connect with time is what is going to eventually bring out the tangible things that you might be seeking, or, maybe your loved one, your partner, or whatever may be seeking from you. It all adds up. So we got to stop thinking that tangible, materialistic things is the thing that identifies you, is the thing that that's your worth, because you're worth more than material things and tangible things. You are. I know, because I had a whole lot of things at different points in my life and I wasn't happy. So how is that benefiting me if I have these nice, tangible things, but I'm not happy. That's not worth it, you know? So you got to think before you go out here and you work real hard and you set these goals, you set these dreams, and you chase after certain desires. You got to go inward and really be truthful and honest with yourself and say, you know what? Do I want this for me? Or do I want this to prove to others that I am at a certain status in life, or that I am really doing a damn thing, when I can really be working hard to put money on something else that's going to make me happy and that's going to benefit me in the future, you know? Because with big things comes more responsibility, which means more money, which means more time that you might not have to give to hustle more money to pay for the more responsibility. You get what I'm saying? These are the things that I have learned throughout life, and this is why I am such a frugal person. Some people, they can't believe some of the things that I accomplish, I negotiate, you know, and getting the materialistic things, and they're not always expensive for me. So my thing is comfortability and making sure that, you know, things are working for you and not working against you, meaning like not stressing you out to keep some of the things that you work so hard to get, you know, because shit happens in life, y'all. And if you're not prepared when things happen, then the thing that you work so hard for that's tangible or materialistic things can become a burden real fast. Trust me, I know. And I just want to save some of y'all out there in my visionary dreamer land to really think about it. Think about the things that you are pursuing in life. Think about, you know, the things that you're working hard for at your job. Even if you're working hard for a promotion at your job, think about the responsibility that comes with it. It's so many times that I've worked in an industry or at a company and they wanted to promote me, and I would turn them down because I knew that with promotion came more responsibility. And sometimes I looked at it like, okay, yes, it is more money. Yeah, anybody can use more money. But at the end of the day, I want more time. I want more time for myself, for my loved ones. I want to be able to be flexible in life and not be bogged down because I have all this responsibility that came with this big promotion that's just a title on a business card that, impresses people? But you're miserable. Trust me, when I was at that, you know, the Yoga Institute, there were people of so many different backgrounds, so many corporate backgrounds that just gave it all up because they were stressed out. They were stressed out chasing money. And I have made the decision in my life that I will no longer chase money. I've been chasing money all my life to make sure my financial commitments are paid for. And now I'm in a position where, you know, okay, I keep things real low and I'm making it where I have more time to give to the things that I really love, the things that I know God put on my heart to do in this time, space, reality. The things that I know will add to the world and not just take away from the world. The things that I know, if I go tomorrow, I'm leaving a legacy. I'm leaving the fact that I use my voice to help people. my voice is not tangible. But yet, it's what I do with my voice, what I do with my words that can become tangible as to how people take it. You know, they can turn it into something tangible if I'm speaking on some advice or just, you know, sharing from a failure, and I'm saving people money because they know not to do things a certain way, or either they know to just go at that thing with caution because of my mishap, you know? So I just wanted to come on. I didn't get a chance to write no notes. I was up to the minute with this one because I was trying to get a nap in, and then I realized that I put the show to the day. So, yeah, but just go out here and enjoy life, y'all. You know, when you get money in your hands, don't just spend it right away. Don't be spontaneous. Think about the things that you really want to do in life. Think about the things that you want to accomplish in life. The investments that in the long run will make a difference in your life, in the lives of your loved ones, you know. That's all I want to come on and say today, you know. My mouse is acting crazy. I can't move it. Come on, mouse. It's because I need to shut this show down. But, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all gotta hear this. I know this is live. Y'all should be used to it right now. And I just do things to let y'all know that things is not going to always be perfect. So, I'm going to go as soon as this mouse... Okay, there you go. So, I just want to leave y'all with that. Think about it, guys. Tangible, it's not more important than what you want out of life that puts a smile on your face. Let's say it that way, you know? The things in life that make you smile is more important than the tangible things that make you work hard to keep. How about that? So think before you spend. Think before you work hard at moving up and climbing a corporate ladder. Is this because you want it for yourself? Do you really want that responsibility? Do you really, you know, think about it? And it's okay. If that's what you want, then definitely, by all means, go get it. Go get it. But just weigh everything out and know that once you take on certain tasks, and even with your dream, when you have big dreams, and I have big dreams, and I know everything is going to come with big responsibilities when they come to fruition. But this is something that I want. This is something that, not just that I want, but this is something that's embedded in me. You know, the community centers and the speaking engagement and traveling and all of this is embedded in me. So it's not going to be a responsibility. It's going to be something that's going to make me smile. You know, it's going to be something that's going to fill me with joy. And that's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to sign off. This is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And you are listening to Chronicles-of-Livin-podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know us extraordinary folk doing things the best way we can, you know, doing a damn thing the best way we can. I love you guys. Peace. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chronicles-of-livin.com. Until next time, this is ADionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.